Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Been a long time since I uploaded a video. It's because of the personal developments that happened in my life. As you all know, I'm a student and I've just moved into offline college and I'm recording from my hostel room. So I was just settling in. Now I've settled in and I'll be recording videos regularly and putting out content there for you. So this video is going to be about how I helped Anirban prepare his openings in the COB Gangwar. And I helped him in the last tournament as well, but he didn't win that tournament. He won this one, so I'm recording a video for this one. So before I start the video, I'll just like to apologize because I was a noob. I recorded a video with Anirban just a couple of days back on the same subject, but it was the first time for me recording a video with someone. So it had a technical difficulties. There was lag in the Zoom and there was lag in the audio, and a couple of times the desktop audio was off in couple of scenes. This is the first time for me. So had recorded this video, but because of the technical difficulties I'm not able to upload it. And it is like I asked Anirban a 1 hour to record that video and he gave me his time. It is really unprofessional of me to ask him again to do that. So I thought, why not make a video myself and tell you how you could also prepare against opponents in this 1000 to 2000 rating, how you should prepare at an amateur level. I cannot of course tell you how to prepare at a professional level. I'm not qualified to do that, but how you could prepare at an amateur level. So without wasting any more time, let's just start with the video. Okay, so just a little bit of background. Anirban texted me 1 month before the tournament, and I was like, okay, I'll help him, and we keep talking. So from the last COB, we have been in constant touch. He sends me positions, I send him position, so that is always constantly on. So we had talked about it that this COB Gangwar is going to be fun. It's a team event and all that. And after auction, we again got back into touch. And I remember that Anirban had shows lined up, and I was also busy packing for my hostel, so we didn't prepare anything before the tournament. It was just like 1 or 2 days before. So just I'll show you what I had when the tournament started. So Anirban sent me this. I'll just make this big for you. So I knew that what games Anirban is going to play with what pieces, and this time there was no toss, so it was very helpful for me that how could I prepare. So I knew that Anirban is playing against Manik with the black pieces. So if you followed the COB, you know that this happened in COB 5 as well. Anirban was playing again with the black pieces against Manik, and the game went into this fried liver kind of. E4, E5, knight F3, knight C6, bishop C4, and this happened in the game, and Anirban actually played well in that game. And this happened in the game, and like Anirban could long castle. He played, he pushed away this knight, and then he got a very comfortable position. We had prepared this. This is what happened in the game, and Anirban went on to win the game. So now Anirban and I were in a fix that what do we play against Manik. So I thought for a little bit, and I saw Manik's rating was 1080 and Anirban is highly rated. So what in my head was that let's not try to do anything extravagant or try to prepare something crazy gambit or anything. Let's just try and play solid. Since Manik is 1000 rated player, he will give you a free piece, a free pawn, and just cling on to that advantage and not give up. So we prepared the Sicilian. We prepared it quite deep actually, like till 7-8 moves. So E4, C5, knight F3, this was all preparation. E6, D5, rook E1, bishop E7, this was all preparation. Here actually we had prepared for bishop B5, but he went there, not much of a difference. And here Anirban was on his own. And already if you would see the position, I feel that Anirban has already got a comfortable position out of the opening. Well, black has developed, white has developed, but white's bishop is not, white's bishop on c1 is not doing anything. The knight is not out yet, and I don't know what the knight on g5 is actually doing. I have no idea why Anirban didn't kick it away with h6. He was maybe scared of some tactics here, but knight takes f7 or something, but knight takes f7 actually doesn't work. So Anirban here played the move bishop g4. Actually the video I recorded with him, I asked him what was their idea of bishop g4. He said he wanted to provoke f3 which happened in the game. He came back here. Knight developed castle, and here Manik played a very creative move. He wanted to play g4 and trap the bishop. And I asked Anirban that when you played knight d4, what is their idea and were you not scared that a bishop will get trapped? He said that I saw that there are only right now 2 pieces looking at the king. So if I can eliminate one piece, and then if he plays g4, I can play h6, then I'm better because his king is weak. I have the queens on board, I have pieces developed. I think I'll be better. That's what he said. And that's what happened in the game. He played h6 and here he took knight d5. He took, and here Anirban is completely winning, because if you would take the bishop here and now queen, the king is going to get mated. There are 3 pieces near the king, and I mean what to say, and black is totally safe. And Manik just took this, and I remember watching this game live, and I was, for a second I was like, okay, Anirban has won this. And if you haven't watched the game, you will not believe your eyes. Anirban played the move f6 here, and for a moment I was like, what is f6? F6 is not only not the best move, but also the worst move in the position. It allows knight takes f6 with this double check, and it's game over. So I asked Anirban that why didn't you just take it? He said that he was just, sometimes it happens that you see ghosts. He thought the queen's on d2, it is protecting this bishop for a moment. And for some of you it might be surprising that why just not queen takes g5. So for a layman, it is like very surprising that he couldn't take this free bishop. But I totally understand, because when I was talking to him, he constantly had shows. There were games where he played between the shows, and sometimes we are thinking कि चलो show के बीच में एक match खेलना. It's not that. You have to find a place to play the game. You need to arrange multiple cameras. You need to get a fast Wi-Fi. You are worried about all that. So sometimes when you are tired and all that, it happens that for a moment you just blank out, and that's what happened in the game. He played f6, and if he would have played queen takes g5, it was completely winning. So like in Indian it says -10 almost. So here f6, and then this was just game over. Anirban tried his best, but Manik converted beautifully. So after this game, yeah, so this was just, here Manik just promoted. This was lost. Okay, so after this game, Anirban was playing Rohan Gujral with the white pieces. So just before the Manik game, I told him that I want you to play London against Rohan. The idea behind was that Rohan is 900 rated. He's used to playing e4, e5 positions, because that is what 900 rated players do. London is a rarity, d4 is a rarity, and Anirban has played d4 before, and I was like, he will not know the subtleties of how to play against d4 with black. And but after the first loss, Anirban was shaken a bit. I'll just like to show you some screenshots of the game. Maybe let's just go with this. So this was before game 1. As you can see, the date is 20th March. Our conversation was that he'll go ahead with Sicilian. I sent him a couple of videos. I've explained him the moves and all that. This is just a small screenshot. He said got it so solid Sicilian with time in hand, e6 is the key. And that's what was our idea, that he would blunder, we would be up on time. He did blunder with that knight g5 ideas and all that, but okay, we couldn't convert, no problems. Next game was against Rohan. So this was the conversation before Rohan's game. As you can see, he said that he thought that the bishop was protected. Okay. So before the Rohan's game, he said that he's in 2 minds. London looks solid, but I am most comfortable with e4, looking for f7 sack if he's not prepared. So when he said that he's most comfortable with e4, of course I will not pester him to play d4, because at the end of the day, whatever you feel right is the right opening for you, because then you should be in the right mindset also to play that opening. But I still told that London is the better option, and we played a couple of games. He played a couple of games with London against me, and he beat me actually in one of the games. That also gave him the confidence. So let's just see what he played against Rohan in London. So d4, d5. And this game we had no preparation. We just thought London, and he was on his own. The basic idea was to go into this triangular setup, put your bishop on d3 and queen c2, but he played bishop f5, so he didn't go for bishop d3 line probably. Yeah, he went for the triangular setup. This, of course, he knew that you don't have to trade the bishops here, and then knight h4 was a brilliant move by him, very typical move in the London. Here Rohan just gave up this free h file, and like if you give up this open h file to a player like Anirban, I mean it's already curtains for you. So yeah, after this the game continued. Anirban constantly put on pressure. I again loved this move, queen f4. Probably the idea of f3, and also it's just one of the top moves, because also looking at the h6 square after playing f3, so queen f4, a brilliant move, bishop e2, long castle. And after that Anirban just continued increasing the pressure. Like look at this move, bishop d3, threatening sacks, and after this he just gave up the rook. And a very good move here again, not taking the rook here, going for this key defender knight that is defending the h7 pawn. After this was curtain. This also a very brilliant tactic scene that take here, and then you lose the queen. So very good game, well converted, checkmate. So this was a very clean game. After a very chaotic game in the first game, this was a very clean game. And next he was playing Nitish Thakur. And if you all watch COB, you all know that Nitish beat Angad Singh Ranyal in the first match or the second match. And of course everybody was like, okay, so who is Nitish, how do we prepare against him? And I have been following Nitish streams, couple of streams, and I knew that what he played against Angad was the opening trap, what his coach Sankalp Tiwari taught him. So I knew that Nitish believes in opening preparation, at least he will come prepared. And I was like कि कुछ भी खेलो, Sicilian नहीं खेलेंगे this game. We thought that let's play Scandinavian. I'm not sure if I have any screenshot of this. Let's just see. Yeah, so this was the screenshot. I told him that tomorrow Scandinavian against Nitish will send preparation. I sent him a video later on. And last time we prepared Scandinavian against B-Stats, and that just backfired. B-Stats beat. There was some opening में एक blunder हो गया, and then yeah, it was curtains, and Anirban lost that game. But Anirban again thought that Sicilian is a good option. Even I sent him preparation. I'll tell you what was our basic Sicilian idea जो हमने देखा था. Also, what we do is I and Anirban usually we look at the database of Leeches. Leeches, the database provides you the database of amateur players. Like of course Chessbase and all the big databases like Twig and all that provide you with the databases of the grandmasters, but like when you have to prepare against 1400 1600, you have to look at the Leeches database. So what we saw was after e4 d5, like this was the main line that we prepared against us, that you take here, and many players who don't understand opening will take this. So some sort of this was what our preparation was. Okay, sorry, long castle. And our preparation was if something happens like h3, you go h5, and then like this is the open h file again. We saw some similar lines on this, and I cannot tell you the entire opening preparation because we looked at many lines, many lines. So this was the basic opening preparation that we saw. Basic idea was to get the opposite side castling and to get more piece activity. So okay, bishop f5, already a new move. We had not looked at this. But what I told him was that you of course need to take back this pawn, which he did in the game. And here just he got the bishop, and after knight c3 he just gave up g2, and after you're just giving him a free pawn. And here also we looked at one of the lines where the queen has to be on g6. This diagonal is a very good diagonal. So immediately he went that. So many times what happens that you look certain lines and then you understand where the pieces go. Like here queen g6, he knew that queen g6 is a good square for the queen. Yeah, and then he long castled, just blundered this bishop g4. Anirban played that instantly. After this, it was just easy conversion. He won this, and to be honest, I would not take any credit for this game, not even like 1%, because Anirban wanted to play Scandinavian anyways, and after move 2, after move 3, 4, he was on his own. And here the way he converted this, like moves like f6, so solid. I mean, great play. He played this game with 95% accuracy, and yeah, this was just lost. Okay, so now Anirban has played 2 good games. and he's going to play the next highest rated Angad Singh Ranyal. So against Angad, I had some, Vienna in mind. I don't remember what that was. If I try to recall what I thought against Angad was that e4, e5, some kind of Vienna preparation I had seen. Yeah. So this was my preparation, like queen g4. Here he'll go g6, you go queen f3, attacking checkmate, and this position had reached by Angad by 5 times. So before Angad's game, and Angad would go here queen f6, and here we had prepared knight d5, and after he takes, there's constant pressure on c7. You have lead in development, and this is a better position for you. For white, like I of course would prefer white in this position, and these dark squares are weak here, and not easy for him to develop also. So this was what was in my mind before the game, but to my surprise, just that one day before this game was going to happen, Angad played something different. Like after bishop c4, he started going into this kind of lines, and he started varying from what he usually played. So we had to prepare more. So I didn't want to burden Anirban with so many moves ka preparation. I wanted to keep it simple. So I started searching that what Angad will play surely. The idea is not to get you a completely winning position out of the opening. The idea is to get you a position that you have seen before, that is on the board. You know where the pieces go. You are up on time, and it is a slightly comfortable position for you. That is the idea of opening preparation, at least in amateur level. So I saw a lot of games from January to March. There's this website Opening Tree where you can see. So I looked at Angad's games, and what I saw was that after e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, d4, knight d4, knight d4, queen d4, queen f6. Believe it or not, since January 1st, this position has come 18 times in Angad's Rapids game only. And this position happens like almost every time. And Angad loves to exchange the queens here. Like what I saw was like some people would play, some people would not want to exchange the queen, then come back queen e3, and Angad would try to get this queen exchange and all that. So I looked at this and I was like that this is not the best way to play. Let's go back queen e3, and if Angad goes queen b6, we go something like queen g3, looking at this pawn, and this queen is doing good. You develop your pieces. This is actually, according to engine, this is already plus 1.2. I mean, this is a very good position. So this we had already seen. This is what actually happened in the game. I'll just show you a little conversation before the game. Just go back here. Yeah. So as you can see, we are discussing different positions here. We looked at queen b6, and Anirban said that what if he goes something like queen h6 or something. Should you exchange the queens or not, or should you not? When should you exchange the queens? And since his queen is outside, queen is already out in the open, can it be attacked? So we were looking at these kind of positions, and what I told Anirban was that if you are getting something in return, like if you are getting an open file for the exchange of queens, or you are getting a lead in development, then it's better. So what I showed Anirban was, I sent him a small video. What I showed, I'll just show you guys. So Anirban said that after queen e3, if he after queen e3, if he were to go something like, let's say here, I told Anirban that you just develop, because now if he takes, you take with the bishop. Look at the development you have already. Black has no development, and you can maybe even long castle, later play f3 and get your bishop out, and this is a very comfortable position. This is what we had seen. And another conversation that we had was that after this position there is a lot of pressure on this pawn. So how do you remove this bishop? So I told him that you can just play a3 or maybe a4, a5. This was the two options we had here. The OBS set, one second. Yeah, I told him that actually I don't remember the exact line we had seen, but I'll just try to recall what we had seen. So here I saw something, we saw something like knight f6. I'll just show you a couple of like what we saw. I'm just trying to recall what we saw. Wait, I can't recall. So there was this one line where we saw the queen was getting trapped after bishop b5 check, and after c6 playing rook a2, and like this was the only safe square. I don't know, I don't remember that line, so let's just go ahead in the game. So queen g3 happened. Here again I told him that don't play e4 here because knight comes here and there is some pressure. So he didn't do, he played knight c3. Here c6, from here he was on his own. But here I told him that e5 is a possibility, probably a lot of things, so he forgot e5 here. e5 is a winning move already. Here he didn't know what to do, so a3, probably preparing some, queen takes b2 mein kuch trap. a6, here he went bishop e2. Okay, bishop e2 just developing pieces. d6, and here very interesting move, queen d3. Queen d3 का idea ये था that when you develop the bishop, this knight is still defended because now after queen takes b2, this knight should be defended if you move this bishop. So he wanted to play this and then bishop e3, very tricky chess. And bishop g4, and now a brilliant move, bishop e3, and Angad fell for the trap here. He took. Here probably, king takes e2 would have been better, but queen takes e2 also. I mean, king takes e2, and then because then queen takes b2, you have rook a2, right? So that didn't happen. He took with the queen now, and now he had a very, very deadly move here. I told him that queen takes b2 will not work if you have played a3. Here he thought for a bit. Even you can pause the video and think for the best move here. The best move is here. Only there's a one move because now your two pieces are attacked. King d2 saves this piece. Also prepares rook b1 with queen is trapped. Even though queen is not trapped actually, like knight takes here. This can be a way to play. But still, you're winning a piece and this is just much better for you. But that didn't happen in the game. This was the key moment. And he just castled, gave up this free piece, and then the game continued. Game continued until this. He got a free piece. Game would have been equal, but he didn't. Again, lot of pressure, lot of nerves. Again, he won back the piece, and this is again dead equal. But then it was in time pressure that here probably. Yeah, here probably this was still a draw. Again, but time pressure, and Angad won this game. Yeah, so Angad won this game. Even though the opening preparation worked well, and Angad gave him many chances, but he could not convert. So Angad won this game. Next, we were playing against Tanmay, and Tanmay ke liye preparation was against Scandinavian. And again, he got into a very good position, exactly what we had seen. Here I showed him this, but actually forgot. Here think for a bit, and you guys can pause the video and think for a good move here. Here the best move is e5. If you take, you can take bishop f3. Queen is not hanging because now you can take with the bishop and you're a piece up. So bishop f3, now this. And this is a very comfortable position. Queen is attacked, king is still in the center, your bishop is coming out, and this is a very good position for black. But of course Anirban forgot that, and of course forgot that he had a lot of things in his mind, and here he played e6, which is a okay move. Yeah, so game continued here. End game aa gaya, and this was actually comfortable for Anirban. Anirban is actually winning this end game with these two rooks here. He loves opposite side castling, right? So this is great. He's doing good. e5, good move. And now Anirban again had he just cracked under pressure and just gave up this free pawn. He thought that there's some chance like this, but of course rook takes and you just give up this pawn. Yeah, and then Tanmay didn't give him a chance after that, and it was slightly drawish, but yeah, Tanmay won this. Tanmay won this game after, and then Susha squad qualified, and now he was playing Manik in the semi-finals. And this time we were like कि मानिक के साथ क्या खेले, तो we were like कि Sicilian ही खेलते हैं वापस, Sicilian आएगा on the board, let's see what happens. But Manik surprised with d4, and I recorded the video with Anirban. He said that when Manik played d4, Anirban was like कि आधा गेम तो मैं इधर ही जीत गया. Manik, who has never played d4 in his life, Anirban has pushed him to play something new. So Anirban knew that Manik का पहला time है, so he just played normal chess. Yeah, so I'll just go through the game quickly here. Anirban played decent chess here. Again, his king got weak, and yeah, here Anirban actually blundered a piece here, knight d4 and then bishop here, Anirban considered queen h4, which would save the game, but he was a piece down here. But under time pressure, Manik blundered. Yeah, Manik blundered and checkmate ho gaya. So this was a very straightforward game. Not straightforward, ups and downs, but nothing to do with opening preparation. Then we're playing Rohan Gujral in the final twice with white pieces and black pieces. And before the game, Anirban and I were on a meet, and Anirban told me that I'm feeling good. I want to attack. And I was like कि अब तक हमने स्कॉच नहीं खेला, अब तक हमने मतलब we didn't play the Danish gambit. Let's go full on attack. And we prepared nothing in this game with white. And Anirban played a brilliant game here. C3. Look at the way he played. And Rohan's king was caught in the center, after which Anirban loves these kind of positions. Even if he's a pawn down, he just totally crushed this game, and yeah, he loves these kind of positions. Yeah, so pressure increase hota gaya, and then he lost the queen, and then this game was also checkmate. This game was also over, like queen g5, this ended checkmate. Now against second game, Anirban had a couple of shows on this day. One day before, we didn't want to prepare much, we just wanted to keep it simple. And against black, we knew Rohan will come d4 to surprise. हमने देखा तो बहुत सारे d4 games खेल रहा था. And हम लोग मीट पे थे, we were just figuring out क्या खेलना है. Even I had no idea. I was like क्या खेलोगे, what should we play? And I was just looking at his games. I saw that he plays this against the I saw that he plays this against the Slav. I was just looking at the opening book, and I saw there's a move e5. I was like, what the hell is e5? I have never seen e5 myself. Idea of e5 is that if you take, there's this move, and probably this position is playable for black. And Anirban loves when his opponents don't get easy development, and it's slightly open game. ये फिर भी closed game है थोड़ा सा, but opponent का easy development नहीं है. That जैसे opponent has to play knight g3, and it's not comfortable for white to play. It's not easy for black to play as well. But हमने ये position देखा, and we were like कि चलो ये खेलते हैं. With just this much knowledge, Anirban played this opening, but of course this didn't happen. e3 हुआ, and the game just continued. There were a lot of ups and downs in the game, after which Rohan blundered, and Anirban won the game. Anirban scored 5.5, I think 5-on-8, which was like a really good score. And kudos to Anirban, actually playing really great. And then Susha scored 1. And opening preparation not much in semi-final, final. In the starting, thoda opening prepare kiya tha. Probably the main key when you're preparing against amateurs is not to go into deep opening preparation, but to have ideas where your pieces are going, and to look at the amateur database, the Leech's database. It gives you a database of the players who are 1600, 1800 rated online. They get the blitz and the rapid games. So that is actually helpful, and that you could do. And I think that's it. I have shown you all the screenshots. Yeah, I told him that exchange for development and one file. That's it. And Susha scored 1. Suhani played brilliantly. Prakhar stood there like a rock. It was like a great event. Kudos to Samay as well. And if you like the video, do like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll put out more content very, very soon. So yes, cheers. Bye bye.